all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, everybody. How are we doing? We are going to react together to a live stream that Hemp did just last night, I do believe. Thank you for the early contribution, kicking it off just right. Thank you, Justin B. I appreciate you. We are going to react together. Because there was a lot said on this show. Last night, I do believe it was last night, Hemp had a show where he talked about women keeping other women single. How does that happen? You know, what is to that? What's to that? Because we always said women keep other women single, or single women keep other women single. So he was trying to have a conversation to sort of drill down on that concept, to expose it, debunk it. How does it happen? Like, how does it happen? And there were a lot of things that were said, but I'm gonna start it at the point where thank you, Thanos. Everybody, if you are not subscribed to This Might Be Risky, go ahead and subscribe to the Good Brothers channel. They have good conversations over there, very interesting panels and conversations. So we're going to go ahead and we're gonna start it. And I want y'all to listen to a few minutes of it. There is a little bit of context, but y'all are not missing that much context. So it's okay for me to start where I'm going to start. If you want to go and see the full live stream, please do so. But we're going to get started. We're not going to dilly-dally and wait around. All right, so I'm going to make sure I back it up a little bit to the point where I need to back this up. And we're just going to listen.
Doubt. So now it's like you always calculating for something to go wrong. Or am I crazy?
No, yeah. It's doubt. Yeah, doubt in any relationship can cause turmoil for sure. Now, Callie said she agreed with the want and not need. Let me read the super chat in real time. Let's see if the men share this sentiment. RLC, what's good, baby? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. With the $5 says, what up, though? Hamp, what's popping? Been a minute, indeed. Caressa, men rather be needed than wanted. Telling man you don't need him is not flattering to most. Let me do this, Caressa. As you respond to that, men, do you agree with the standard RLC's sentiment? And then, Caressa, what you think about the super chat?
Honestly, I don't agree with it. Most men, I feel as though, who want to be needed, those are sugar daddies. Because what are you needed for? What are you providing for me? What do I need you for? I'm saying, men, I feel as though you should rather appreciate being wanted, because at the end of the day, technically, we don't need you. If I need you for something, how do you know that I'm here for all the right reasons?
I said, as long as you got your own house, as long as you got your own transportation, and as long as you got your own income, it don't matter what a ninja got to say.
I could just be here because you're tricking on me.
But outside of the tricking, you don't think that a man gives you a certain type of like protection and like just like I don't like a warmth. Like I don't know.
I mean, and
Girl.
my ADT does that also. Once I push that button, they're here in under 60 seconds. So what do I need? What
But
do I
like
need?
in real time,
So
like in real time, don't you feel comfortable having a man that might be able to protect you?
yeah.
Somebody try to run up.
Yeah, that's provision. It's not just about a financial aspect. And I think that's the lens everybody's looking at it from, which is cool. Yeah, you can, we can pay our own bills, but you need a man for other things outside of paying your bills.
Shit, what about companionship?
Yeah, because once you, when you don't pay your ADT,
But again,
that
that's
service is
my
done.
That's the wanted part.
He's wanted for companionship.
Okay.
He's not needed for companionship. I want
I
you
got
in
you.
my bed. I don't need you in my bed. That's
I
don't know. I think I still need a man a little bit. Carissa,
I need my
'cause, like,
man.
I like this is why I be like,
You
I
don't want a
think,
family.
because I-
Now, before we allow them to continue speaking, you know that Carissa is coming from the modern day. I have the ability to pay my own way in terms of finances and income. So I am not in a destitute situation where I have to cling to a man, any man, whether I like him or not, whether I want him or not, whether I respect him or not, whether he respect me or not, whether any needs are getting met or not. I have to cling to him for survival purposes, or else I won't eat. I won't have a place to stay. I won't have that type of thing. She's coming at it from that standpoint. And what a lot of females today don't understand is that that's not some type of, I don't know if they think that's some type of flex or what they think that is. You should never get into a relationship due to your desperation, because that is not a real relationship that you're getting into. I.e., you don't ever want to get into being around somebody to use them or to misuse them because you don't have anything, they have something. That's not a relationship. That's called misusing somebody because you're stuck in survival mode and they have a way for you to survive. So when we say need, we're not talking about survival mode. And that's where the disconnect is coming from. And that's where a lot of stuff get lost. And then you start getting into hyena bimbo babble. You start getting into foolishness. Okay. Nobody's talking about getting with somebody based in survival mode. Because I tell you something about a person in survival mode, and this goes for men and women. A person that's in survival mode can never be trusted. I'm going to repeat that. A person that come to you into your life and they are in survival mode can never be trusted. This is how chicks be getting caught up with dudes that's in jail, and jail dudes say anything because they're in survival mode. The fact that he in jail means he's in survival mode. He'll say anything. He will say anything because he's trying to survive. He's trying to survive psychologically. He's trying to get you to help him survive by putting money on the books. He'll do anything. He'll do anything. He'll say anything. He's in survival mode. Nothing that he say can be trusted. Nothing that he says is real. Nothing. When you're outside of a situation like that, and you have people that's just in the world and they are in survival mode and they come to you in that state, you had better not trust nothing. that they say their promises cannot be trusted, their word cannot be trusted, stuff that they're gonna do, how they feel about you, how grateful they are. You can't trust that. If you help somebody while they're in survival mode, you had better do it like you do, like everything. Do that for the pleasure of Allah. Don't help them thinking that you're gonna get something back out of them or that something needs to come from them. Never have. That's my advice across the board, survival mode or not. Don't never do nothing for nobody looking for that person to do something back for you. Don't never look for nothing. But especially a person in survival mode, you can't deal with a person in survival mode. So if a woman is in survival mode, she don't really got a place to stay. She from pillar to post. She ain't really got no stability in her life. And you're the stability. I would suggest you not listen to nothing that she talking about. I would suggest you not listen to nothing that she's talking about. Because she don't like you. You perform a function. You are the stability that she need at this time. The moment that she don't need that, you're gone. Because there's no respect there. That person is surviving. You'll do anything when you're trying to survive. You'll say anything. You will do anything. And only the most stuff that's the most out of your character you actually won't do. But then there's a time where you might do that too, depending on the situation. So you can never trust nobody that's in survival mode. So when these women are talking about, I don't need a man, i.e., I'm not in survival mode, so therefore I don't need a man around me. This is where the stupidity come from. This is the disconnect that feminism created in a woman's mind. In women who absorb that propaganda, that's the cognitive dissonance and the disconnect in a woman's mind that feminism helped to create. Okay. That we were only getting with men because the women were always in survival mode. So now that she feel like she not in survival mode, I can pay my bills, I can call this person, I can call that person. So therefore, men do not serve any purpose to my existence as a woman if I don't need them in a dependency kind of way, in a survival kind of way. You're not ever supposed to be with a man while you are in survival mode. So that's not even really a part of the conversation. You're supposed to be a whole functioning human being. You're supposed to be a whole functioning human being. When you meet the men, not some helpless, I can't function as an adult in the world type of female, and in order to eat my next morsel of food, they be going all the way to the extreme, and that's what I don't like. Feminism is extremism. That's why it's so crazy. Feminism is extreme. It's an extremist, cultish thought pattern. It's cultish and it is extremism. That's why it sounds crazy. We're going to let her finish. We're going to let her talk some more. I'll get to the super chats. Thank you all.
You need a man to start a family.
There's things you need.
What? Y'all sound crazy.
You need a man to start a family. Like, you don't want to start a family.
The thing is, when that's the point. You want to start a family. You have to get to that point.
I feel like I'm young, but I feel like I need to start a family. I want some kids. Like, I want a couple kids, 1 maybe 2. You know, like I want to see my genes. You know, match with another person's gene. Just see that and real. Like, you don't want to. Like, y'all don't ever think about us as humans for real. Like, let's think about it for real. Like, us as women, we could literally push out a whole human. Y'all don't want to see how that happens for real. Like, y'all don't want to experience human life. Like, we are dead. Like, we are dead creatures walking on this earth.
A lot of us
have. Now, did you hear what the young lady Aaliyah said? The young lady said, y'all don't think of us as humans. That is one of the tricks of feminism, is to dehumanize not only the men, but the women. It dehumanizes not only the men, but the women. Feminism dehumanizes not only men, but women. So it tells women that the men are not human. They are walking ATMs and possible sex. But that they don't have any other quality that would be useful, that would be beneficial, that would be conducive to the whole and would be valuable. It also reduces women. Feminism also reduces women to non-humans. We only need money and maybe sex to live whole, fulfilled lives, that we don't need fulfillment. The men don't need fulfillment, and we don't care about men's fulfillment, and the women don't need fulfillment through men or with men. We don't need that. We need money to do whatever we're trying to do, and every once in a while we need a sexual release, and that's it. No humanity. So a complete removal of God's design and the entire reason why he separated the two beings. Remember, Adam was one being. He was one being. And Allah separated him into two beings. The fact that Allah separated Adam and made another being out of him is indicative of his need to reconnect to that, because it is a part of him. Conversely, that part of him needs to reconnect to the part that it came from in order to achieve the balance. The balance cannot be achieved without the coming together of the masculine and the feminine. The masculine and the feminine must come together in order to achieve the balance. Now watch her dissuade. Watch Carissa talk bad about that balance.
Then they're ready.
Well, I know y'all. I'm just talking about, I'm not talking to y'all, but I'm just saying, like, for me being young, I want to experience this stuff. Like, yeah, y'all been there. Exactly. I want to experience that. I want it. I feel like I need it. Like,
and you can have that without having a man. This IVF
and this is
Carissa, I just have
right
a
here.
quick question for you.
I would advise you not to listen to what Carissa is saying.
No, I'm just letting her
what
know
she
that
wants
there's
for her
option.
life.
There's same-sex
how you
couples
wanna
that
go
are
about
both
it
women.
the traditional
and they
manner.
Hey,
still
Caressa,
try-
you got let her properly rebuttal, and then you can retort.
The way that you want to do it is how ideally it should be done. Now,
So
having
you
all
as
these
Aaliyah?
restrictions and this and alternatives like wavering, that's not the way to do it. And Aaliyah, you stay the course and stay hopeful and happy, because that's what men want. They want to see a woman that's happy about doing these things, and the need, the want, it's all encompassing. And I think you're doing it the right way, because you seem very happy. And if somebody says there's other ways to do it, that right there, that's already planting bad seeds in your good soil.
It's not. It's given
It's planting a wife school is absolutely correct. And I'm glad that the sister was up there to give proper pushback to what Carissa was saying. She flat out said, don't listen to what Carissa is talking about. Do not listen to that. She immediately went to, well, you can go to IVF and you can go to all of these artificial experimental means in order to achieve something that you could have done naturally, and it would have been easier and cheaper for you to do that. But you should go with any way to achieve having a child without the father with the child. Do you see how that is? Do you see what Miss Carissa said? She's directly speaking against the natural order, even the biological order of the sexual desire being there specifically in order to encourage the human being to reproduce themselves. What? And you can do that, do IVF, girl, if you don't shut up. Like, real talk, shut up. That right there is what's keeping women single. That's why I said we get to look at it in real time. Because that young lady, Aaliyah, said she needed a man because she needed a family, because that's what she wanted to have. And in order to have that, you need the man in order to even have that entire situation go down. This one came through and said you don't need a man for this. That modern technology has advanced in such a way that you can go to sperm banks, this, that, and the third, and have a baby. She said family, not baby. Miss Aaliyah said she wanted a family, not a baby. A baby and a family is two different things. The fact that these chicks like Carissa want to make those things the same thing, that's part of the problem. Having a baby and having a family is two different things, because a lot of these chicks have babies, but they don't have families. Your baby's not your family. Because you being a baby mama without no support and without the man, without the father, and without the family structure, that is not a family. You just got babies. So we just heard her speak against, and that's the crux of women keeping other women single, to speak against the natural biological order. Again, dehumanizes women. It dehumanizes women. That feminist thought pattern, that feminist mindset dehumanizes women, because it takes away the human need of the balance. The balance is always being sought. Masculine seeks the feminine. Feminine seeks the masculine. It's always being sought. Because you can listen to these panels and there will be men who say, we don't need women for nothing but sex. We don't need them for nothing. And if we don't want to have children, we don't need you. Okay. And you will hear men say that. You'll hear men talk all day about how women get on their nerve, how they can't stand this, how they can't stand that about women, and women are irrational, and women do this, and it's crazy. And what they won't say is leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave the women alone, and don't bother with them. That they stop short of that. The men stop short of that. For all of that complaining about all the stuff that women do, and it's this and it's that they stop short. If you say, well, don't worry about having no women around you, then leave them alone. They horrible, right? Women are horrible. It's a They don't say that. Because the masculine is always seeking the feminine. Whether you have a man that feel like he need women, or you have a man that feel like he don't need women, masculine always seek the feminine anyway. That's why they won't say it. That's why they won't say it. The men won't say that because they know that they're going to seek feminine energy at some point. And they want that. They want that. It don't matter why. They want it because the balance has to be sought. It's going to be sought. Feminism has convinced women that they're not human beings, therefore they don't need the masculine energy to be whole. Yes, you do. Who said? Because for every woman that talk about she don't need no man, stay trying to find a man. For every woman that sits somewhere and try to itemize why she don't need no man, and she can pay for this and she can pay for that and she can do this, and to stay looking for men. Stay trying to find a man. Stay trying to have a man. Stay looking for a man. Stay trying to figure out where all the masculine energy is and where the good men is. That they stay doing it. If you don't need men, leave them alone. Right? If the masculine energy doesn't do anything for you, leave them alone. But you won't do that. Right? Even when they go to try to be with other women, they go get studs. For what? Because that's a pseudo masculine. For all that, this is the same woman that doesn't understand why she shouldn't talk to Sean when her man said don't talk to Sean. Keeping all the masculine energy around you that you can. Miss don't need no man. Willing to perhaps sacrifice the relationship that you are in with supposedly the man that you want but don't need for the man that you need and can't have. Let me tell you something about wanting a man versus needing a man. First of all, we're going to go to a commercial break, and then y'all need to stay tuned because we're going to talk about the man you want versus the man that you need. But after these messages, we'll be right back. So I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. All right. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. To keep your skin looking and feeling its best in 2026, you need the body butter that's on the screen right now, as well as There are other very quality, high quality personal care products. If this is going to be your first order, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson at checkout. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, ashkicking.com. Oh, you guys are bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit the like button. Let me get to these super chats real quick. Thank you, Ty Boxer said the Bimbo Babbles on full display. Exactly. Thank you, Mogul Maze, for the contribution. Thank you, Donnell. So I'd be curious to inquire if life's purpose is also considered a want, not a need. This argument sounds like inflated ego, not feminine independence. Thank you so much, Damien, for your super sticker. I appreciate you. Here's the thing. The want versus the need. Men that you want are men that are completely replaceable in your life. Men that you want but do not need. Let me clarify that. Men that you want but feel like you do not need are the men who are extremely replaceable in your life. You do not respect those men. Those men can kick rocks with open toe shoes on the very moment that you are no longer interested or he does not do the things that you want him to be doing. Let's be real. That's how women think about that. Okay. If we don't feel that there's really a need for you to be around me as a man, I mean, who cares whether you come or go? What they got to do with me? Because that's not going to allow me to overlook none of your shortcomings. That's not going to allow me to give you grace. That's not going to allow, that doesn't breed respect. That doesn't breed any feeling, thought, or energy that helps build an actual long-term stable relationship from my side. It doesn't do it. You're replaceable, good buddy. Because what that means coming from a woman is that you don't do anything that I can't outsource or pay for or do myself. So when these women and women in general really talk about wanting a man versus needing him, this is a man that, boy, he can get out your face and you will sleep good that night. Okay. We feel like that the same way men feel about hoes. You cool while you over here, but okay. I mean, hoes is cool. They real cool. But if he don't see her a certain kind of way, okay, and so when women get to talking about they want men, but they don't really need men because there ain't nothing that men really can do that they can't pay for. Girl, what? That means we don't respect no men. That's what that means. When Carissa is saying that, because she gave a whole spiel. I didn't, because she gonna repeat it anyway. A whole spiel about she want her men, but she don't need that. But when she talk about how she interact with the men that she quote unquote want, it's always disrespectful. When she talk about the men that she be with, it's always disrespectful. So you don't respect the man. She want the man that she with, but she don't respect him because she don't need him. When he said, don't be reaching out to Sean, she was like, why not? Then got on online to say it. When I say need men, and I recognize this fact that men build the world and stuff like that, but I'm not even really talking about that. Women need men. Women need their men. Women need their men personally. Because when we start talking about who build the world, other men need men too. So that's not even a gender thing. That so much is this just a fact of life. That's more a fact of life. And I'm not really talking about that, although I understand and recognize that to be true. But at the same time, because I think she's gonna say it now. When she, as she kept talking, the way that she referred to the man that she was with was atrocious. This is the man that you want. If he were a man that she needed, she would respect him. When we need the men that we're with, we respect them. And we respect them first of all, just because we respect them. And then number two, if you disrespect him, he gonna go. If you disrespect him, he going. You don't want him to go. You don't want him to do that. So you know that the way in which to keep him and to keep him around and not run him off is to respect him. And Coach Tay was like, no, I need mine. I need mine. I need mine. Because just like Coach Tay was talking about, it don't have nothing to do with money. Needing your man and the things that your man provide for you, it don't have much to do with money. Because like Coach Tay agreed, okay, I got my own money. I have my own money. But that's not where the need come in at. That's not at one point in time in history that money was included in the set of needs. And for many women, it still is. But at the same time, even if that's not included in the set of needs, which goes back to the survival thing that I was talking about earlier, you still need men. Because money is not the totality of the things that his masculine energy provides. That's not the totality of that. We already talked about. We have talked about what men provide, the 4 P's, right? These are the provisions, the generation of stability, his ideas, supplies, his finances, but also him, his masculinity is also a provision. His masculinity itself is a provision, especially the more masculine and the more grounded he is in his worship of the Most High and his obedience to Allah, his masculine energy is actually stronger because of that connection. So, and he has a better understanding of what his masculinity is supposed to be doing and how it's supposed to be, like how he's supposed to wield it. That alone is part of the provision. It has nothing to do with money. That doesn't have anything to do with money. And the women who cap talking about, the women who be capping, the women cap when they try to draw a man's money as the only thing that is part of the provision. Women are capped with that. because broke men in the hood have women that like them and that go to bat for them. He don't have no money. What do he have? And it's not always just some low life. When you get a man who is in the building phase of his life, he does not have the result of his wealth yet. Yet, he's able to obtain a woman that will help him build it. What does he have? It's not money. And that woman, if he can find her, will go to the mat for that man every day. She'll do it every day. And you won't be able to tell her nothing about him. You won't be able to tell her nothing about him. She need him. It's not the money that she need. She need him. She need him. She need the intangible things that his masculinity give to her. Because that sense of safety and stability is not just physical, nor is it simply financial. It is emotional. It is emotional. A woman that feels safe underneath the masculinity of the man that she got, and she recognizes that value in his masculinity, that's the one that's finna go to the mat for him. So need, not want a man, need a man. Because contrary to what she trying to convince other women of, that they don't need men because she call herself don't need one, but you stay looking. You're not looking for stuff you don't need. And if it's just a want, you ain't constantly trying to go get that. Sometimes I want a latte, but I don't search for it every day. I don't buy nan all the time. I won't even make them. I won't even make it. And sometimes I be like, ooh, a frappuccino would be so good right now. I know how to make those. I got everything in the kitchen right now to make me a good frappuccino too. It'd be better than Starbucks. But that's just a want. I don't want that all the time. The want changes. I don't want to frap all the time. Just because I know how to make it and just because I know where to go get it. That don't mean I'm always trying to get it. Because that's a want. But you stay every day searching for a man. That's a need. Because that's the same like saying, I want a place to stay, but you pay that rent every month though. So is it a want or a need? Well, I just want a place to stay. I don't need this place to stay, but you steadily paying rent every month though. You scrambling. If it look like every time that rent ain't gonna get paid, you get worried. So is it a want or a need? Because you do it every day. You do it all the time. So what? You'll be frantic. Somebody put an eviction notice on your door. You'll be calling. You'll be all on the phone trying to talk to management and everything. Stay wanting a man. Stay stay in your DMs. You stay on social media. You stay going out. You stay going to these little single mixers and all that kind of stuff, trying to get a man, but you don't need no man. Girl, if you don't get out my face.
alternatives that are out there for women.
But she's not
I'm
seeking
just
those
saying.
alternatives.
Let her retort. Go ahead, Caressa.
To force something down someone's throat just to make them feel as though you need a man to procreate and have a family, you do not need that man. There's other means. You can go to a sperm bank. I mean, there's different types of families nowadays. To say that you need that man, and I'm just keeping it real with you. You may want that man. You may
It's free.
desire.
I can have
Let her finish the thought. Let her finish the thought. Go ahead, Caressa, that last line we missed.
I'm just saying, if you don't have that man in your life, are you going to suffocate at night if he's not in your bed? You're not.
Yep.
Yep, I am.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
That's like Coach Tay. Thank you, Coach Tay. Thank you, Coach Tay. Yup. Yup. Cause by that logic, when your man said, don't be hanging around Sean, that shouldn't have been an argument. Cause was you gonna not breathe if you didn't celebrate Sean's birthday with him? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm throwing it up. You put it in the atmosphere. So I would not know that information if you didn't put that information out there. You didn't need Sean, but you definitely fought for him. Because you was gonna draw on next breath. If you hadn't went and celebrated nothing with Sean, you would have drew your next breath. Hopefully. And if you didn't draw your next breath, it wasn't gonna have nothing to do with not celebrating with Sean. But you don't need no man. This is why I'm bringing it up, because you sitting there talking about you don't need no man. Girl, what? Is you gonna not breathe? Apparently your breath was in danger. So yes, I am going to suffocate. The men that you wanted in your life that didn't stick around, you suffocated. They be acting like they ain't never slid down a wall. That's the thing that killed me. These chicks be acting like chicks don't never slide down the wall off the back of a man that they wanted. Girl, what?
So
But I might.
okay.
No, wait. But I might though.
Hold on, let Leah respond. Go ahead, Leah.
I might. Is that so wrong?
I promise you won't. The rose actually works better than the man. That's a little bit of
Rose? Are you kidding me?
The rose works a little bit better.
Throw that rose away.
Okay.
I'm not
So
even the type to talk about,
So here's the fork in the road where me and Caressa go differently, right? Yeah, we divert. Okay. So I wouldn't want to go that route without procreating with an actual man, right? So if I want to have a family, whatever like that, I feel like I need a man in order to do that, because I need that man there to be the father to those children, right? So that's where the part. But it's like everything else, like before that, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm with you on Caressa, 100% full stop. But when it comes to that piece of it, yeah, I feel like you're gonna need a man for that. But the initial thing about wanting a family, that's the want part. But in order for me to achieve my want, I'm going to need this other thing. You know what I'm saying?
Caressa, I do have a quick question for you. So when you call ADT, who comes?
They're gonna send either fire or police, EMT, depending on what their emergency.
I don't want to have to get out the bed in the middle of the night to check who's downstairs.
Listen, okay, so it's more.
I don't want to do that. You see, when we talk about wants, I don't want to do that. So I just feel like if I have a man sleeping with me at night and I hear something downstairs, my man is gonna get up and check what's going on downstairs because I don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Where
y'all living at though?
Out snoring and you nudging him, trying to get him out of bed, and he's still not getting
trying.
Spoken like a female laying next to a ninja that couldn't have cared less whether she lived or died. Talking about you steady trying to nudge him and he still sleep. That's because you ain't none of his woman. He was knocked out after the nut. He was trying to get his post-nut sleep. You interrupting it, talking about you hear something. Girl, he ain't trying to get up and risk no dang on life for no box that ain't even his box. And he, girl, spoken like a chick laying next to a random ninja. Cause I guarantee if any weird noises is coming from the door and we are in bed, if I tap and I say, baby, you hear that? He up. I need my husband. If he don't come home and all that kind of stuff, or the connection be broken somehow, God forbid, I am going to slide down the wall. I'm gonna slide down the wall. Talking about some sweet dee dee. I'm gonna slide down the wall.
If I hear something downstairs, my man gonna get up and check that. I don't know what.
All right. Y'all hold on for a second. Go ahead, Coach Tay and Becca. Finish your sentiments.
Okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave y'all alone. So I think we're missing it. So it sounds to me like all we need a man for is money and sperm. So I think we're missing the other parts of the provision and how a man is leading and guiding your life. Not just, oh, I want to have a baby, so I need a man, or I need my bills paid, so I need a man. No, okay. Even to your point, that can happen without a man, right? With science or whatever. But you need a man for other things. So you might not need a man for that, but you still need a man. And I'm done.
Need him for what though? What do I specifically need him for that I cannot accomplish on my own?
Protection. You need somebody to
accomplish that on my own.
Make decisions. You need somebody to tell you what to do. Because I know we don't like it. We need it. We don't want it. But you know.
Damn, we don't even believe in love.
Love ain't got nothing to do with it. Well,
I mean, but when you're in love with someone and you have that undying love to the point where,
Thank you, Coach Tay. Because you need him for guidance and to tell you what to do. Yes, you do. You ever watched a woman up close with no man for an extended amount of times and the foolishness that they do? And you just know if you had a man that cared anything about you, you would not be doing that. And it might not even be like just completely detrimental stuff, but just like the decisions sometimes, like, because you need one to tell you what to do. I know you, and she said, I said, no, we don't like that. It don't taste good. Why I need somebody to tell me what to do? Because you do. Because you think you straight till you not. You think you doing all right until you not. You think you cool till you not. Till you get with that man, and when he start putting stuff in order, you be like, oh, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Right. Because I put it to you like this, even if he meets you and there's nothing wrong per se with your life, or there's nothing wrong with what you're doing, men often are able to put things in such a way that it improves them. So you may not have been making the most efficient decisions or doing things the most efficient way. So you might not have been wrong, or you might not have just been going crazy or nothing like that. But at the same time, his mind will be able to discern things and help make it more efficient. Point out to you where you might be wasting energy, or you might be wasting money, or you might be wasting time. There's a better way to do that thing. Or, you don't need to do that thing at all. But I thought I need, actually you don't, because you don't need to do that, because if this happened and that happened, then why would you need to do that? And, right? So it might not even be him coming in and saying everything that you doing in your life is just so dang on wrong and just so crazy. But it could be, I'm just putting order to it. I put order to it. I help you make more optimized decisions. I help you, right? That's a good word. Thank you, Choice. Optimization, right? I help you make more optimized decisions. I help you be more efficient in what's going on. I help you streamline. Basically, that structure helps direct the energy that she got, because she might be expending her energy in too many different places. Women have a tendency to do that. We spread our energy around because we have so much of it. We can actually afford to do that without feeling too much of the pressure of that. And then when your husband come along and he like, no, baby, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be like that. You should do it like this. You should do it like that. And rebellious women take that as him being controlling. He's being controlling. He's trying to tell me what to do. Yes, he actually is telling you what to do. It is controlling. Get over it. He's telling you stuff that because you didn't think of it. Lo and behold, he be right. So, okay.
Even on the days that the love ain't there no fucking more, you still rocking out. It's like, it's because of that companionship about what y'all can build together. I'm with you, Tay. Like, but being under the cover of a man, it do hit different. It provides you a level of softness
for you. Yes.
Yeah.
He's gonna provide more than money and sperm to you. He's going to guide your life. He's gonna make it better. You're gonna be his helpmate. Y'all gonna build together. That's how we can't have the community without the woman. But yes, the woman needs the man.
And that's how it was set up. That's how it's set up.
That's how it's.
You got to plug, you got to give, you got to receiver. Boom, you make children, you multiply. That's how it's set up. You on your own cannot do nothing. You just gonna be you and go in the ground as you. Him, if he doesn't come together with a woman, he's just gonna go on the ground as him. It's designed to come together. But I don't know why we don't see that.
So I'm almost saying this.
I just wanted to say this to the fellas. And Caressa, that's my man's, right? If you a woman, go ask her right now. Okay? Go ask her, fellas. Just don't turn your phone off. Just go in the other room and ask her. Babe, do you need me or want me? Depending on her answer, you might have to make some decisions. A wanted man is a man that is not on a stable foundation. There ain't no way everything you add to a woman's life for her to say, "Nah, I don't need you, I want you." Unless you're not adding much. or she don't think you added much, because that happens. But I'd be fearful for you in that relationship if she's saying she wants you and don't need you. Damn, man.
You know what all I thought about? It's just like a wanted man is a replaceable nigga.
So it's a needed one, because if I need you for a purpose. And the moment I no longer need you, are you still going to stick around? Am I going to keep you around if I no longer need you for whatever it is that you're doing for me?
Caressa, you're hold on, so let me get this. Caressa, you're it's like you're scapegoating need, right? Because you're placing it on things that you deem tangible. You are willingly ignoring the intangible nature of relationship. So you need companionship. Like, people need that, you know? And so if we continue to ignore those things when we're using the word need, that's how you're able to make this argument. So what people do you need in your life if you don't need the person that puts his penis in your vagina?
Precisely. Told y'all, if my husband somehow don't come home, like I said, our connection get disconnected somehow, or something weird it happened, may Allah preserve us, I'm about to slide down a wall. I might crash out. Because what? Need. Not just want. The want is incorporated into the need. It's not separate. The want is incorporated into the need. Yeah, I want my husband. Yes, I want my husband. But I don't just want my husband. I need my husband. So he's not dispensable to me. He's not simply just a dude that come through sometime, and you know what I'm saying, my life don't change whether he come through or not. That's BS. Yes, it do. It change a great deal. What are you talking about? Thank you. Need, sis, changes a great deal. Yes, absolutely. What is we saying? So your man don't call you no more. All of a sudden, you ain't gonna be mad. Y'all be crashing out when the dudes don't text y'all back. But you don't need a man. You're not even married to this dude. And if he don't call you back or he don't text you back, like, you be crashing out. Why y'all be slashing tires? Why y'all do that? If y'all don't need men, why you be getting mad when he texts another chick? Why do you get mad when he don't call you when you think he's supposed to be calling you? Why? Because I promise you, when I don't need stuff or when I don't need people, my cutoff game is very strong. And I do not lose sleep. Do you understand me? When it is done, when I am done, when I am over it, if I do not need, oh baby, all you got to do is do one little thing. And if I don't really care about this relationship, I don't really care about us associating. Bye. You ain't never got to come around. You ain't never got to come back around. I don't got to talk to you. Talk to you for what? Don't get me started on not needing you. Don't get me started. Because, listen, I don't play that monkey in the middle stuff. We either cool or we ain't. I am not lukewarm. I am hot or cold. We rocking or we not. And I don't spin the block. Listen. To nobody. Friendships, associations, nothing. About to crash all the way out. About to crash out. Listen, finna crash out. Let the pattern go off for a while. And it'll be like, wait a minute, what happened? Talking about you ain't gonna stop breathing. I'm about to hyperventilate right now. Talking about I'm hyperventilating right now. The air short right now. Talking about. Let the calls don't come in. Let the time, you know what I'm saying? Let me, like my mom used to say, let me miss the time you gone. And see, don't I start panicking. Like I'm finna start panicking. But you don't need no man. So what you panicking for? But you are you upset?
Damn, we always forget about that, right? He nutting in me. He's sweating on me. I don't need him. I guess because we think sex is like for play. But what about your parents? Do you need them? Do you need your kids? Do you need, like, who do you need if not the man who you give yourself to? It's not rhetorical. Sorry.
I mean, in terms of your parents, unfortunately, there's people out there, their parents may have died when they were very young, and they were able to have very thriving lives without them. So to say that that's needed in order for you to prosper, I would disagree with that. And that's why it boils back to the argument of, this is the other thing that feminism did. This gave women this false sense of individualism and that you can make it without anybody. When all women talk about, even the hyenas, all women talk about is a support system. Women need the community, whether we talking about the boneyard or whether we talking about Pride Rock. Women always talking about needing some type of support system to help them and that they can help them. And the women stay talking about that. And I'm talking about whether you a hyena or a lioness, there's always some type of support. Now you just don't need nobody. Like, what kind of foolishness?
Stay talking about the village and the support and women need help. If you don't need no men, why y'all constantly on the internet talking about you married single mother? You a married single mother and your husband don't help wash a dish. Why you need that help? You don't need him, remember? You don't need him. Get confused about the difference between a want and a need. Thought you ain't need them. Boop, boop, boop. Thought you ain't need them. So what you complaining for? What's the complaints about? He don't come home and help change the diapers. You don't need him, remember? This one just got through telling another woman that said she needed a man to have a family, that she didn't need no man to have a baby. So you just got through encouraging her to be a single baby mama. And the men make single mothers? You just got through encouraging a young woman. Because you ain't got no man worth 2 dead flies to rub together. So you are encouraging a young woman who is saying that I want a husband and a family and children and have that experience and all that type of stuff. And you talking about a sperm bank. Girl, if you don't get out all the way out of somebody's face with that foolishness. I never seen so much foolishness. That's why I said we get to watch it in real time. And she's standing there smirking like a little demon. You know how you just make trouble, then you just sit back.
Opinion, I think a man that I'm gonna
wait. Sorry. That's so you're saying that you know people who have thrived without parents.
There's people who thrive without their parents.
So you're saying they didn't need parents? Let me ask you a question.
I'm saying they were able to thrive without them. There's situations like that because not everybody grew up with a happy family.
It's stupid just to tell you how stupid the point is that she's trying to make and how ignorant it is. The people who didn't have their parents had parent figures, and that is how they did. So they still needed that slot to be filled. The parental slot still had to be filled by someone. Someone still had to take up the mantle of the parent to guide the child. There's no child that didn't need the guidance. And if they did not have anybody to step up into that role full time for them, they had problems. Unless and until they could become an adult and work through those issues that lack of parent and parental figures would have given them. This is stupid. Because you don't quote unquote need men, but y'all study buying toys or trying to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to mimic it. Or even if you go to women, you go to women who are cosplaying men. This is how silly feminism is.
Not everybody grew up with
but I don't understand. I don't understand your reply though. I'm saying, Caressa, if you don't need the person who you lay with, who you sleep with every night, right? You're literally building things together. If you don't need that person, who do you need? Is there anybody, or you don't see anybody that you
I mean, that's going to be an individual question because people are going to value certain people.
I'm asking you.
Value is going to be dependent on exactly who the person is. And
I'm asking you.
For me specifically?
Yeah, like, do you see anybody? Yeah.
I mean, I can't really, I don't want to give I can't give an answer to that on who I need. I know who I want in my life, but in terms of who I need in my life, I don't see me stopping without anybody not being there. So
okay, yeah, no, I agree. We may work our way through. A lot of us these definitely go through the motions, and we can appear like we okay. You'd be surprised what people do in their bedroom with the lights off, you know, by themselves, when it's only their thoughts, because there's only so much scrolling you can do, you know. But I understand what you're saying, you know. I think remember when you conveyed like when your previous marriage, it was flipped. You didn't have no shoulder to lean on, you know. So now you like, fuck would I do that again for, right? Because you had to prop that nigga up. So it's almost like it may have skewed your view of this shit too.
I mean, that could be, because we do learn from our experiences, and we learn to do things differently based on life experiences.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm just thinking through it, like, as we, you know what I mean? Because we trying to work to see, like,
right, but it's not necessarily a negative thing. To me, like I said, not needing a man but wanting a man, to me, is different, because honestly, I value him differently. And you know, there's gonna be some naysayers, oh, she ain't got a man, this, that, and the other. Actually, I do have a man. I'm very happy with him, and he is wanted. And you know, I'm almost on the verge of saying I love that man, but that's a man that I want in my life. He brings value into my life. But do I need him? No, I don't fucking need him.
Oof. He ain't
sorry,
there.
babe. He's probably watching.
Why you feel like you needed to say sorry?
And that's a problem.
Why you felt like you needed to say sorry? Wait,
you know,
why you felt like you needed to say sorry?
So fragile, and you know,
and so is the woman's even more.
Don't want to hurt his little ego.
Jeez.
Do you tell your friends like, oh, you don't need a man, y'all? Like,
I don't know. That's the thing. So with me, in terms,
did you hear how I was waiting to get to that part? That's how she talked about the man she wanted but didn't need it. Did you hear how she talked about him? Did you hear how she characterized him? That's a man I want in my life. He bring value. I don't effing need him. I don't effing need him. She put emphasis on that. Hear how she talked about him? What did I tell you before? A man that a woman sees as just a want, he's a plaything, he's a toy, he's temporary to her. He's not doing anything that she don't feel like can be replaced by either another person or some other apparatus to provide it. He's not necessarily respected or anything like that. I mean, he cool, but whatever. And that's how she talked about him. That is how she referred to the man that she quote unquote want. Then I'm sorry. And the other lady said, why did you feel the need to say sorry? And that kind of got glossed over. But I wanted to hear, she needed to answer that question. Why'd you feel the need to say sorry? If you're right and there's nothing wrong with what you're talking about, then why did you feel the need to say sorry? Then she said, you know, I don't want to hurt his little ego, All you got to do is listen to a chick talk. You know whether or not you're talking to a hyena or a lioness. Just let them talk and listen to the responses. What's going on, Uncle Rick? How you doing? I see you in here. I'm gonna get to the super chats in a little bit. Because you see how The sisters talked about their husbands in the chat. I need mine. Need. Told y'all we gonna crash out and slide down the wall. Sweet doo 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 doo. Told y'all that.
Of my friends, unless I don't give unsolicited advice. Like, I'm not one of those people. I'm not going to go to you. You don't need a man. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. If you come to me and if you ask me for advice, I'm going to keep it real with you. And I'm going to let you know, well, this is my opinion on that situation.
What about like girl talk? Like when we just sit in, we kiki and chit-chatting. You speaking your,
like I said,
right.
Everybody has an opinion. It doesn't mean what I'm saying is going to be, this is what it is. I'm just letting you know, this is how I view things. This is what I've experienced. This is my 2 cents. Everybody got their own 2 cents.
So if I come to you and I'm just, I want to vent about my man and everything like that, you going to tell me I shouldn't need, what you going to tell me? Like if I'm
situation, I can't give you an answer to that if I don't know what the situation is.
Yeah, like my friends.
Any situation you want. Any situation you want.
A situation, if you and your man, you guys have been married for 10 years and you're hitting a bump in the road, I would probably tell you to work on that. I'm not here advocating, just leave at any minute. What I'm saying is you don't need him. You're not going to stop breathing tomorrow if he's not in your space.
What about if I'm single? What about if I'm single and I'm looking for a man? Like
I am gonna stop. Listen, she keep going back to that. You're not gonna stop breathing if he's not in your space. Yes, we are going to stop breathing. This is a person that ain't never loved nobody. Carissa ain't never loved nobody. And she has never allowed herself to experience love from a man either. She don't love no man. She has not given her heart, because when you love someone, you open the door, the portal. It's like a portal being open, because you accept all of the benefit of love and you accept all of the good of love, but you are also accepting the possibility that it will crush you. You are also accepting the possibility of the heartache and the pain that love likes to bring. Because love don't just bring butterflies and rainbows. Love bring pain. And if you really love, you expect that pain. You have made a contract to accept the pain that come too. And that pain might not even be your spouse doing something to you or breaking your heart or doing anything malicious to you. It's just that sometimes it's even when life happens. If your husband become hurt or he become something happened to him, that's pain. You're going to experience his pain behind something happening to him because you love him. So his joy become your joy, but his pain also becomes your pain. His stress become your stress. His disappointment becomes your disappointment. And it don't matter how many men, it don't matter how many times you tell your woman, don't worry about it. If we know you worrying about it, we finna worry about it.
I want, and I want and I feel like I need a man. Like, and I come to you, I'll be like, you know, I really feel like I need a man. Like, I just need a man. I've been single for too long and I'm just ready to settle down. I really want and I need a man at this point.
That's what you desire. That's what you're wanting to do. Then go ahead, because that's what you desire at that moment. Whatever you desire at that moment is whatever works for you. What works for me does not work for you. I'm the type of person, I don't police nobody's pussy, nobody's life. Like, everybody can do what they want. I'm not one of those people. There's a lot of naysayers out there. There's a lot of people that I've met, especially YouTubing, I will say. There's a lot of opinions. Everybody always want to hold everybody accountable, tell people what they should be doing with their lives. No shade. Maybe a little shade. I'm not that person. I'm just saying, I'm not that person.
But you know what?
Yeah, like that sounds like some hate and shit though. If your girl coming to you and like, yeah, I feel like I need a man. Like, girl, you don't need no man. Like, that sounds like some hate and shit.
No, but that's not what I said.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Why would you even say that to that person if that's what they talking about? That's what they want. Why would you even say that?
But what it is though, and I'm sorry, you can get right in. We have to be consistent and continue to listen to everything that's been said in the conversation. So when Aaliyah says she wants a kid, right? She wants a family, right? That's the things that she needs in her life. It was offered to her. You know, you don't need a man for that, right? You can get in vitro fertilization. So it may not sound like an overt hate thing, right? But what manifests is what people, their presupposition. Oftentimes, we want people to either have our experience or learn from our experience. So what we do is project. You see? So, Callie, I understand what you're saying in that instance, but in the entirety of the conversation, when she said a thing, the opposite was said. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
I see your point.
Not pigeonholing, but we just listening to everything, you know? Go ahead, Saul.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good point. But also, we got to hold ourselves accountable. Because if we know a motherfucker just tell us any old thing, we have to be able to process in real time. Okay, I don't need to be taking advice from this person. And two, if this is the person that is giving me this shitty advice, maybe I need to find people that are on the same path that I am on, that could give me that encouraging words because they lived a life. So that's just what I'm saying.
So this is what we was walking down and saw it. I think that's valuable, you know? And that's what I'm saying, women, because single, I don't even know if the thing matters, because single is a adjective, right? Divorced, married, engaged. But it's just our experience, man. Let me show y'all this, right? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like.
They're gonna go into a different section. So that was the end of that specific part of the conversation. In real time, you got to see women keep another woman single or attempt to the spreading of the propaganda. You don't need no man for that. You don't need a man propaganda. That's how it's spread. Each one teach one, I guess. Let me get to these super chats. Thank you, Technical. Said, fellas, better to be respected and admired than loved. Thank you, Stitches, for your super sticker. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Quiet Face. And when a woman says she doesn't need a man's foresight, they do not specify the secular and government authorities they accept. If not a man, then who? What's good, Uncle Rick? How you feeling? So they cook, sis. The crazy part is they don't even see it. They looking bad out here. Yeah, a hyena gonna stay looking stupid. Thank you, Twin. Said Jim's cutoff game is not, I repeat, is not a game. We will be here today and poof, gone before someone blinks. Tell her Twin. Twin. I'm gonna have to get that clip because I love that little Grinch. I'm gonna have to get that clip. I love that little clip. We will cut. I'm gonna cut you off. Kendrick made a whole song about cut you off. And you know Kendrick a Gemini. He made a whole song, I'm gonna cut you off. I said, oh yeah, he a Gemini. He made that song. I said, oh, okay. I see it now. Thank you so much. Too Tall said Carissa is a Jezebel. Yeah, unfortunately. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you again, Twin. You all do realize via reverse psychology, she's simply projecting her flaws about herself, not the man she was referring to. Think about it. Yeah, that's definitely projection. Quiet Faith gifted 1 membership. So whoever received that membership, thank Quiet Faith for it. And please, I would ask you to maintain it. And
now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Unity, thank you so much. Said Black men embrace confidence to a degree of arrogance. You must believe you are worthy of the best and live a lifestyle that reflects that. Make money, hit the gym, read books, socialize, and never simp. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody's contribution. Everybody, coming in and, chilling with me for a minute, talking with me for a minute. Listen. Don't be listening to that bird babble, y'all. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that bird babble. You don't need no man. And you don't need that Debbie cake either, but you showed. Why would you say that out loud? And you are trying to have a respectable show. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Sorry. Thank you, Justin. Said thank you, Chris. I greatly appreciate your work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Listen. I'm not going to roast. I'm going to end the live stream on a positive note. We are not going to end it upon a roast because that is not necessary. Okay. Talking to the other individual that would like to roast. So if you made it all the way to the end, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, I'm out of here. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.